Hello there.
So are we going to get a redesign for Godzilla once again in Godzilla X Kong 3? We are going to talk about the most recent reports that we have about Godzilla X Kong 3 and whether or not we will be seeing some sort of new design or new evolution of Godzilla's character. Spoiler alert, we most likely will. We're going to get into the reasons, the reports, and the sources that we have in this video, and we are going to discuss the most recent reports we have for Godzilla X Kong 3. If you guys enjoy my MonsterVerse content, consider subscribing, and let's get into the video.
The Atomic Fair.
Okay, so I reported on this before that we are most likely going to definitely get a redesign for Godzilla and Godzilla X Kong 3, and I'm going to tell you why we are going to get this redesign, most definitely for sure, without even touching on any of the leaks, and then we'll talk about the most recent reports that we have for this movie. So in Godzilla X Kong 3, they're going to want to do one thing, which is sell toys. In order to sell toys, they have to introduce new costumes for heroes, new set pieces, new weapons, new vehicles, things like that. So in Godzilla X Kong 3, I think that we are definitely going to get a big redesign for Godzilla once again. I think this will come in the form of some kind of healing from Godzilla's evolved form that will result in him having the classically white dorsal plates that we had always seen in the classic Godzilla films. And this is something that we actually had reported on by a leaker named Ian Cassidy over on Instagram. Now, a lot of people don't want me to report on his leaks. However, the truth is, all of his social medias have been taken down. His Instagram, his TikTok, his Twitter, and his Threads. 4 of those were removed from the internet, scrubbed from the internet, whether they were removed by him or removed by Legendary or removed by the social media companies themselves. He definitely was reporting on a lot of Godzilla X Kong 3 leaks, which I got a hold of, which I'm definitely going to report on this channel. One of the things that he touched on was the idea that we are going to be seeing the white dorsal plates in Godzilla X Kong 3, and I think that makes a lot of sense. Of course it makes sense considering they're going to want to sell toys, and I think on top of that we're also going to get a new evolved version of Godzilla, whether that's like a super fire Godzilla or a lava version of Godzilla. The quote-unquote working script I reported on my channel that's probably most likely fake touched on a new evolved version of Godzilla that consisted of a lava form of Godzilla. So I think that's something that we may see in the movie. Whether it's that lava version or not, I think we're probably going to see another evolved version of Godzilla, and I think we're going to be seeing those white dorsal plates pop up as well. Now, some new reports that we have on Godzilla Junior for Godzilla X Kong 3 are telling us that this could be a clone or a hybrid for this film, because Toho doesn't want Godzilla to be a species. They want Godzilla to be a singular titan. Monarch could make their own version of Godzilla that's a splice of a different, Godzilla with a different species of titan or something like that, where he kind of takes him under his wing as a Godzilla Junior like creature. But some of the recent reports that we have on Godzilla Junior are that he will pop up in Godzilla X Kong 3 and he will potentially be a clone hybrid that Monarch created, or the government or some kind of external Titan hunting corporation or something made, potentially Apex, made a hybrid version of Godzilla, and that is what we may be seeing pop up in Godzilla X Kong 3, where Godzilla takes this smaller version, hybrid like Godzilla, under his wing. And then we are also hearing in this movie, of course, that it's going to have a much darker tone and a much heavier focus on Godzilla than previous movies. This is something that Adam Wingard touched on before he stepped down as director on the direction that he wanted to take the next movie. He said he wants to take Godzilla on a very emotional story arc, similar to the arc that he took Kong on, and I think that we are going to see that unfold over the next couple MonsterVerse movies. But comment down below and let me know what you guys think about all of this stuff. And one more thing I want to touch on before we end this video is something that I saw over on Twitter, which is the Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2 team reporting on a VFX artist that they had join the team. I think a conceptual artist or something like that. Now, in this image, they show 2 Godzillas sitting on the table, and I think that if you look at it on surface level, it just looks like, hey, they're in the writer's room collaborating, talking a little bit about Godzilla. But I think on further examination, we can see that this other Godzilla is like a smaller Godzilla Funko Pop from the Toho era that's kind of a green color. And I think maybe this is me with my tinfoil hat on reading too much into it. I think this could be a potential setup or teaser or something for the coming plot of Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2, where they potentially make some kind of hybrid Godzilla Junior clone or something and introduce him in Godzilla X Kong 3. So these are all of the most recent reports that we have on Godzilla X Kong 3. I do have more leaks and reports from Ian Castley that I'll be reporting on over the next month. But as always, guys, until we get closer to the release and we have more concrete, like real leaks, take all of this stuff with a grain of salt, because it could end up not being true. Godzilla Junior could end up not popping up in Godzilla X Kong 3, but I don't think that's a likely scenario. So comment down below and let me know what you guys think. And for this video, that's all I got. So until the next one, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.